Hello, and welcome to another edition of Just Install the Game. This time around, it is a friend that you've seen before. This was my friend who puked after playing the game for a little bit because she got so sick of playing. So, the second time around, I helped her with some settings. We increased the field of view, and she didn't get sick after that. So, that is something worth noting. If you're going to introduce anyone to TF2, do tell them to go in the options menu and turn up their field of view so they don't get sick, because having it at 54 is puke-inducing. So this time around, my friend picked heavy on her own choice because she hasn't played this in a while, and also this demo is fairly old. It's even before the Jungle Inferno update. And a lot of stuff aren't working properly because some things were changed, so that's why something like this heavy doesn't have a weapon and stuff like that, because the weapon was officially changed in some regard. So I'm just going to speed up a little bit when she's dead. So this is the Noob experience. If you play on 2 Fort and you're pro, shame on you, because 2 Fort is the map of noobs, where people who haven't played the game before or don't really play much of any games could go and learn TF2 in a pretty interesting and fun environment, as the place has plenty of places to explore and navigate around, stuff to learn. And also the fact that it's mostly hallways. And the interesting part about hallways is that, well, balance-wise, they don't make a lot of sense because it's basically a choke. But for new players, it's a very, very good way of just learning the ropes, because all enemies are either in front of you or behind you. They're rarely beside you. So right now, she's just walking around, learning the map. Keep in mind, I have not told her the objective or what she's supposed to do. She's just purely observing and looking around, and she's like, what's this? And then she just walks on that and teleports, and it's like, well, okay, so that was pointless. And just walking around, and currently she's in the state where she is not 100% mastered the art of just moving around the game. So when that is the current state you have with anyone, that they don't really know how to move in a game because they're just so new to the whole concept, the closest comparison I can think of is imagine that you're playing football, but you've never seen a ball before. In fact, you never even kicked anything with your legs before. You only know rocks, and the concept of bouncing is completely foreign to you. So if you just keep that in mind, if you then play soccer, or not soccer, football with your feet for the first time, then it's going to be extremely hard for you to just realize everything, because the ball bounces, it rolls a lot longer than rocks do, and it's overall pretty difficult. So in situations like this, when you have completely new players that are just on the level of navigating, that's their biggest issue, then telling them that, oh, there's a spy behind you, oh, there's an enemy, go get him. They're not going to be able to do anything with that information because the tools and skill required to utilize that information aren't present yet. So it's best to just let them, keep playing this on their own and just explore and see what they have to do. Like here, got a bit confused turning around. She's being hit from somewhere, don't know, and dies. Not uncommon, but we'll see what she does eventually, because she did say it was fun. And it's fun for us to watch as well. So during this time, I served as kind of like a Google search. So I didn't actually tell her anything other than when she asked me stuff. So here, she actually asked me, like, how do I shoot with the guy? And I just told her, if you hold right mouse button, you spin, and left mouse button, you shoot and spin. And it took a while for her to realize that she could spin without shooting. Because, like I said, you don't know what bouncing is. If someone just throws you a ball and it bounces, you just go, what was that? Nothing I ever known has done that before. And now she's back here, and she's just exploring and seeing, like, oh, is he dead? He's red. And then she triggers the dead ringer of a guy. Of course, there's no point in telling her that there's going to be a spy behind her, because she's very busy trying to get this pyro. And first kill she gets, but she dies too. But she was like, did I get him? And I was like, yes. And she was like, yeah, first kill. So then, after you have that first experience, you know that if you just point at people and they die, you can start to expand further on that. So here we have the 2 Fort experience, just a bunch of snipers just shooting. She's just looking at them. It's like, okay, there's 4 people just doing stuff. All right. And she hasn't really been on the red part of the base. So this is completely new. It's like, all right, so then we go over here. And so far, she's only spent time in her own base. But this base is mirrored, but everything is red. And there's a bunch of red dudes, and she gets her second kill, where she actually doesn't die. By herself. She's just looking around. See what's up. Looking around. And this is going to start to look familiar for new players. And then everything is red, and then you have like a blue teammate, and there comes a heavy who comes and punches her, and she kills him too. With 8 health left. And there's a lot of looking around, and then she makes a mistake of shooting a soldier. Then when she has 8 health, and she gets taken out, and respawning again. So at this point, new players should, if they're being observant and actually, you know, thinking, right, like she's like this heavy is in the same spot where she died on the other team, and you can tell that it's the same map, but the colors are different. So that's pretty interesting, where you can kind of like, if you're a totally new player, you can kind of roam around your own base like here and get used to the layout, figure out where everything is, and then when you enter the enemy base, everything's just mirrored, so you know where everything is. So she's like, all right, you know, I've been here before, so there's really no point in, you know, exploring too much, but she's going to do it anyway. And she goes down here, and now all the buildings for the engineers are gone. And I was like, well, is this the same room? Huh. What's that? And then I think she asked me, it's a while ago, and I think she asked me about the intelligence, and I just explained what it was. And then came a spy. She's going to try and shoot him and chase. And then there's a scout standing there and gets another kill. And now it's taking the intelligence and she's being shot from the back, shooting at the floor. You can see there's some troubles, but she is improving quite a lot. But still, situational awareness and knowing where you reside in space and where the enemy is like an advanced strategy. She's still in the spot where it's hard to navigate. So this is going to be like the ultimate noob 2 Fort experience. Currently on fire, jumps down, shooting that for some reason, aiming too high. Yeah, I think at this point she actually aimed where the gun was and not where the crosshair was. But if you compare this to just a couple of minutes ago, you can see that the movement is a lot better. Seem to have mastered like how to move and where to go a bit more. And then, oh, there we go, water for the first time. Luckily, it's so shallow that you can just walk here. And now this is a great place for newbies because everything is either in front of you or behind you. And there's like this little health pack. It's plenty of space. You can like look at the machinery, the floor. It's like, can I go through this door? Nope. Okay. And then we look at the pretty lights. Then you can see like the lighting engine of Team Fortress 2 as it is pretty nice. Just observing. It's like, all right, this is a wall. That's where I came from. All right, let's continue this way. Move up this stair. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. And then we look up, and now we're in the enemy base. And we've been here before. So then goes over here, and it's like, all right, so I'm not sure if she knew at this point what the objective was, or if I told her when she was standing still for a long time. But she's going to go down here. And she sees another medic, and she's like, all right, there he is. And then fucking asshole spy shows out of nowhere. So just going to fast forward, and she's back. So far, she has learned that there is another way into the enemy base, going through the sewers. And now she spots an enemy, gets knocked off the air, falls down. I'm not sure if she even noticed her health. And at this point, it's no point in telling them, oh, if you jump in the water, you extinguish your fire, because they don't even notice that they're on fire. But now, she's back here, and things start to look familiar. So that's when you go this way, and you just go, oh, all right, so I've been here. Let's see if going down this way gets me to where I was. And then she goes back, and she knows health packs, right? Because she goes and picks it up. So obviously, she has learned that gives you some health, or it's good to pick it up. And then just going to rotate back up again. And you can see now spending significantly less time just turning around, checking out. Like, this is the process of learning. And it's like where you go and you've done this before, and you can see that the time spent looking around is significantly less because you've been here before. And then a ball flies by and she's like, what the fuck was that? And then comes the spy. She kills the spy. But there's another guy. And she dies. Not big surprise. Of course, we're going to witness this. And of course, if you're looking at the bottom, the red team is about to score and win. And she's just with the rest of her team. She's like, oh, red dude, I shoot the red guys. Oh, wait. I got hit, so I'm going to eat chocolate. Oh, lost. All right. So this is what someone who's completely new to the game looks like on 2 Fort. Second round of TF2 ever played. So this is another friend of mine. This is actually way more recent. She decided, she's German. The other girl was Norwegian. I also know this girl from dancing. And she's pretty good dancer. However, she hasn't played games. So the first round, it's like, all right, we won. All right, she's just looking around. So previous experience with games, 0. Maybe like the occasional Mario Party or Mario Kart 5 or 6 years ago, maybe once. Never played an FPS before in her life. So she picked medic out of all the classes because she saw that, oh, he's a doctor. I like doctors. All of the other guys were kind of scary looking. And she has no idea what to do with anything. Like what the goal is, what you do. I haven't explained anything. I just started up the game. And you got into casual, got put on this map, nothing. And like in the previous, like I said earlier in the video, I just act like Google. If she has any specific questions, I will answer. However, I did change a couple of settings that I feel should be mandatory, like Medigun auto heal and the field of view. So now she's noticing that this guy kind of wants her attention. She's like, all right, this guy is obviously, like, he's obviously focused on her, and she's like trying to figure out how to move. And then she realizes how to shoot, and then she's like, oh. And then he stops. So this is actually a pretty interesting learning experience where you have a more experienced player kind of trying to get their attention without telling, because we did turn voice off. So he tries to get her attention, and as soon as he picks up the minigun and does what he's supposed to do, he kind of just stops whatever he's doing. And I thought that was pretty cool. You don't see that in many games. So right now we're seeing absolute noobness. She's played TF2 for 2 minutes. 2 minutes of TF2 is what this looks like. No idea what to do, and you can see she's like, what do I do, right? And then the game's like, hold F to inspect weapons. She does that, and she's like, okay, what does this do? All right, it does nothing. Okay. And then she asks me, like, how do I switch weapons? And I tell her it's either the mouse wheel or 1, 2, 3. And then she's starting to realize that you have to look, or she doesn't realize this yet, but she doesn't realize that you can actually decide which direction you're gonna look and move. So she hasn't really made the connection of how movement and looking around correlates. As you can clearly see here, she knows, she has some spatial awareness, but she's like, where do I go? I don't know, like, how do I get there? And you can see it's like, she doesn't understand yet that she has to turn around and look. And I think that was where I think I just told her that you have to look around. And she's like, oh, right. And now you can see she's looking and navigating much better than before. So that's like the cluelessness, and now she's in the open and she sees like a lot of stuff. This is like the observant phase where she just sees everything. So she might not be aware that she's just standing here and like it being an open target, because there's just so much shit going on. You see there's bullets and there's colorful people and people are on fire. And she's just standing and observing at this point, just seeing what's up. So this is also a crucial step for learning any game, is just observing, and she like shoots this thing to the other guys and you see it does nothing. And she's moving around, like running away. Kind of like a learning machine, just doing random stuff. And this is where she's been. Keep in mind, she's never seen this map in her life. She doesn't know where anything is or where to go. The only indication that you have is teammates, but at the this current stage. She's too busy just trying to navigate and learning how do you actually move around in this thing. So if you see someone moving like this, they may most likely never played a game in their life before, because there's a lot of stuff they have to learn. And then she runs up to this guy and she gets knocked in the corner and she's like, "Oh, what was that? What happened?" And then she sees her teammates get blown to bits. And then the teammates comes and shoots. Sees another medic with heal beam, and the medic actually heals her. Just looking at the floor, and you see the medic is using the gun. He's like, "Wait, he's using the gun. Wait, hold on. Oh, I have this one too. Oh, that's what the other guys are using all the time." And it's like, well, what does this do? All right, I think she's asking me something, and I'm explaining something. I don't remember exactly what. And then she starts healing her first target. Still issue with the moving around and looking, but you can see good thing about this medigun is that it actually sticks to the heal target and then it stops doing like the Ghostbuster stream. Of course, now it's pretty chaotic. Like a spy just comes in and she's like, "Can I heal? Like this guy died, can I heal him?" And I was like, "No, he's dead. You can't do anything about his death." And she got really, really sad. So right now you can see that she aims pretty high, and that's pretty common that I saw for most of my friends who try this, is that they aim the model directly at them instead of the crosshair, because the crosshair is kind of invisible to them. But you can see it's just slowly but surely she's starting to learn, and she's just standing still and gets sniped. And this guy, Cat's like, "I'm such a good sniper, I killed a medic that wasn't moving." And then she's back. But now you have a different spawn point. And then it says hold F to inspect, and she does that again. It's like, why do I have to do this? All right, that's my gun. It's nice. Okay. And then that's where we came from. And we gotta just go and explore, figure out where we are going. Doesn't even see the medic heals thing. And now she hits E instead of W, and she realizes that she's the one calling for doctor and a medic. And she had a laugh about that. Because keep in mind, it's not many games where you can get your character to just say stuff on command. And she realized that's the jump button. That's a house. It's still the same house. Just calling for more medic, moving around. Back into the very first spawn. Like, this looks familiar. Like, this is where you first started. Still some issues with moving around. Like, still hasn't gotten that down. But never give up, never surrender. It's like, all right, so I can just... What if I just follow the tracks? How about that? Oh, okay, the track... Oh, we won. So now we're in another game. I forgot to hit record, so we already started. Basically, setup round just finished. She builds some Uber, and this is the second game she plays of Team Fortress 2, or the second map. It's still the first section. You can see she's doing what most newbies do, and that is aim the model instead of the crosshair. And I think she asked me, like, how do I do this thing? And I told her, like, you just right-click when it's at 100%. And she was like, oh. So this is, of course, upward, as you may know. Still, movement is the hardest thing to master, but she's realized that it's more fun to just keep moving around with no control than standing still and looking at things. And she runs up to the sniper and gets absolutely destroyed by this devil man. Then she's back. And then running out from spawn. It's like, all right, can't run into that rock. What's over here? Place your bets. Is she gonna run off the map? Place your bets. Okay, betting time is over. Nah, she's not. She's not gonna run down in a pit. To the off ground, and then she's like, "Oh, right, wrong gun." I think she asked, like, "What does this gun do?" And I was like, "This one hurts the bad guys, and this guy heals the good guys." And now she's looking. Common denominator for all the new players is that they do a lot of observing in the beginning. They just look at the stuff because it's totally new, and there's a lot to take in and process. Things that we take for granted, they have to learn the hard way. And of course, get hits. Probably even didn't notice that ball. She's just so focused trying to like heal this sniper guy who won't stand still. And then she gets the heal beam on him. Actually helping. And then just standing still for a bit. Moving around, seeing what their team is up to. Sees the other medic going back. And then she's like, oh, this guy. Well, this guy's easy to follow. She had some troubles following people because she always thought they were moving so fast. Which is what a good example of like good design is, because the medic is like faster than everybody except Spy, but that's for another discussion. And then that heavy dies. She dies to the same guy too, go down together. And I think she made a comment about his hat. But she's back again, having learned more. And now you can see that the movement is a lot better than it was. So there you go, she's just healing that guy. The gun is shooting. And that sentry gun takes some damage. He goes back to healing that guy, keeping the heal beam on him. She's actually helping now. And she's staying in range. Oh, lost the heal beam. You can see the crosshair aiming, because I'm sure she wants to reattach it, but the seeing the crosshair and putting the crosshair on guys is very difficult. And just moving around and looking. And standing still. And you can see that the level of play here, like this Dark Spirit guy isn't that much better than she is. They're kind of like kindred spirits, because he's also standing still and just looking at things and taking his time. And then he's like, all right, ready to go. All right, and there we go, shoot. Still moving around. And she eats a rocket. Forgets that she's looking at the floor, maybe. Runs back because that was kind of scary. And it's like, ooh, what's this? What's down here? Let's not explore that just yet. Let's just stay here. And heal this demo. Yeah, that's good. I think at this time also I was saying that she was getting close to like having the super thing, because this is the first time she builds it up to 100% outside of setup time. And now she has it. Just standing in the corner like, well, this is safe, right? This is safe. And then you can see she's aiming this gun right at the guy, but this is what you need to put on them. She's aiming just a bit too high, and then she uses it. She gets launched, doesn't really know what's going on. He's looking at switches weapons by mistake, and then switches back. And then this other medic crossbow aim is fucking shit because she wasn't moving, and there finally, Mr. Atachikawata finally gets the kill. After he had some issues trying to kill a medic that wasn't moving. Once again, we're back for more action. And we're thinking about things. Alright, switched weapons. And we've adjusted our hands. Oh, there's a spy. Spy. Shit. Hit him. Hit him with the... Wait, wrong weapon. Wait, hold on. Okay. I think she got really stressed out about that. Just getting that one spy. Like, defending yourself as a medic can be pretty tough. So, the enemy team is about to capture. But that's not going to stop us. We're going to heal our friends. Full health. She's like looking at the machinery. Seeing dead guys on the ground. There's a blue guy. A friend gets killed. She's like, I'm going to shoot. Oh. And then she gets blown up, burnt, and stabbed. And now, of course, your spawn is further back. And now she is... Well, she sees people through the floor, ground, or the walls, and she was like, how do I get to my friends? And then she's drop down, and oop, jumps down here. And doesn't really quite, figured out the jump. And runs into a pyro and dies. And I think now we did some settings, maybe, yeah. Not entirely sure what that is. The enemy team is, of course, pushing the cart. Drawing ever... Oh, there's another pyro death. Coming up from behind. It's gonna be a killer. So, there we go. Defending, defending, defending. Alright. So, back once again. Alright, ready to go. Calls for medic. He's ready in case anyone gets the drop on her. All right, switch to heal gun. Eventually gonna navigate through this thing. And still healing. All right. So we're healing this engineer. We're healing him. It doesn't matter who you're healing in the beginning, just as long as you're healing somebody. And it's like, yeah, healing you. It probably doesn't even read the HUD there. So she sees he doesn't get overheal. Because that's, you know, too advanced for this kind of level. So just kind of looking at him. It's like, why isn't he moving? And I'm telling him he's probably AFK. He's probably checking his phone or taking a shit or something like that. And then he's like, oh, well, there's my friend. And then it's hard to follow because the navigating stairs is hard. It's like, ugh. All right, up here. Oops, fuck, wrong. All right, there we go. We're not even gonna go that way. We're gonna fuck shit. And then we get caught on fire. And we're standing here burning. And what do? You see, there's some guys here. All right, so we heal them, and we're looking at the ceiling. All right, there we go, looking at the floor. Healing this medic. We built up a nice 66% Uber, though. That's pretty good to stay alive for that long. And here we go. And looking down at the pit. Jumps a little bit. It's like, how do I get... All right. That's one way to lose all your Uber. So that's something you learn. Like the big hole in the middle, the big pit, don't fall in it. And then she moves around, looks around a bit. Switches weapons. That's the bone saw. It's the heal gun. All right, healing you. All right, so going up here. Healing you, and the engineer goes down. It's like, well, okay. Maybe I should follow. Wait, hold on. Not ready. Just hold on. Hold on. That's kind of scary. Let me see if I can find someone. Hold on. All right, you. I can heal you. All right, healing you. There we go. All right, let's see. There we go. So now she's trying to figure out how long the heal beam is. I think I actually mentioned that. And she's just healing this guy for a while. Just standing here, looking around at this guy. Spilling that Uber, healing that sniper, who hasn't gotten a single kill yet. And then she sees a rocket come. She's like, yeah, I got you. Healing you, yeah. And there's looking around, aiming at the ceiling. I was like, all right, people are still aiming their models at them instead of the crosshair. And that's the floor. I told her to spray, and she had a laugh. And there you go. So almost a full Uber. Oh, the sniper got a kill. The sniper got a kill. All right. And still just kind of hanging around with this. Oh, and she used the Uber on the sniper. Yep. And then switching off the weapons. And there you go. All right, healing this guy. Healing that guy. All right. Riveting gameplay. And then the guy runs away. She's like, come back. Come back. And then she heals this guy. And I think I told her, like, you should heal that guy. That's more interesting. And she's like, well, it's scary out here. Might die to something. And there you go. Getting some wrong weapons. Switching weapons is difficult. There we go. Just standing here, healing people. She did understand the concept of healing everybody, not just one person. That's what she tried to do. And of course, a spy comes and stabs you because it's an easy kill. So the hardest part for new players is definitely spies, because if you're an asshole spy and you see a new player, you will kind of just drop on them all the time. And it's rough. But we saw a great improvement from the very first round. Now she's attacking. Right. Now she gets to be part of the attacking team. So just gonna fast forward until the gates open. She has a full Uber, ready to go. Let's see what she does. Gonna go out with this other soldier as he Ubers the medic and then switches it to this guy. Still looking a bit too high. This soldier isn't doing much, but you feel pretty powerful. Then she sees this guy's like, oh, gotta give him heal, but we're giving him the model instead of the crosshair once again. So that's a bit of a learning curve, I guess. Switching to the bone saw, switching around the weapons. There we go, that's the heal gun. She wasn't too keen on hurting people, she just wanted to heal people instead. And she's also German, so there's a true call to the medic there. Falling in the stereotype of medic's a girl class. So healing the sniper. Here comes a pyro. She's like, ah, I can't defend myself. And she got her very first kill, I think. Yeah, and then she's healing this guy. And I told her there that if you just hold it down, you shoot faster. So you can see she's aiming at the spy directly, but she's not getting any heals, and that's because this crosshair is near invisible. She just sees this, and she has an effective view radius of this, so she won't see that. So that's why it's a problem. All of my friends did that to some extent, like aiming too high, too low, stuff like that. And then just running back, observing. You see there's a lot of rockets and stuff happening everywhere. Gotta pay attention to that. Navigating is also difficult still. But it has gotten a lot better since we started. People are hurt, shooting rockets. And this is like the first real fight it feels like she's been in, where she can just see everything. She's not getting picked off. And this is very useful, just observing and seeing what they're doing. And then, of course, you can see the red guys are coming. And now she kind of understands that she has to run to the other side. She actually positioned herself opposite of where the enemies are. And that's because she's learning. She understood that if I'm close to the enemy, then they're going to hurt me. But if I have my teammates between them, I can heal my teammates, and they take the big hit. So here she's just like, how do you push? And I said, you just stand close to it, and he goes forward. She's like, all right. And now she almost has an Uber ready. Getting another assist. All right, she has an Uber. She's ready to go. All she has to do is use it. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, hold on. We got to go back on that one. So let's go back to 6, 8, 5, 1, 2. Yeah, like that. That was not intentional, but Jesus Christ. Wow, I really love this. Okay, look at this. 100% Uber. I'm going to slow it down. Here comes the enemy soldier. Looks up. Rocket comes. Gets hit once. Crits create. Pops it! Split second! And then gets double blind trial. Like Uber someone right before they get killed. She wasn't even aware of that, so if you're watching this now, you know how good you did. And then she kind of forgot that she has to hold down the key to shoot. Soldier jumps right in front and gets killed, but we had one of the most epic clutch Ubers seen by any newbies in the entire game. Now she's back, all by herself, and it's just looking around, and it's like, all right, that's probably where it came from. There's that scout. Doesn't even notice that she's running faster when she's healing the scout. Gets stuck on this little thing here. It's like, oh, damn it, it's in the way. Then going forward, she's holding down the button, aiming way too high, trying to put the medigun on the heels, and she spots a spy that she doesn't understand it's a spy because of a foreign concept. She doesn't know that people just don't vanish in this game. She hits by a rocket. Elder medic heals her. She runs into a soldier and gets a double rocket in the face. That's gotta hurt. But she's back again. Shoots some needles, heals his medic, and then keeps on running. Keep it running and running and running and running, yeah. And healing the other medic, and you can see now movement's a lot more fluid. She's observed and see that, and it's like suddenly you get like an epiphany. It's like, oh, so that's how you do it. And then now she's moving maybe a bit too much. She's not standing as much still as she is, but now she's like, yeah, I survived that encounter. All right, so I guess moving is great. And then she stops and says that and gets stabbed. Welcome to TF2. And then she runs back in here, which has been, and she sees a couple of friends. And then we're going this way. Eventually, we're going up here. And going down here, where to the battle is. Wait, hold on, we're not ready. And was that in the stairs? Is that a friend? And she meets a scout, an enemy scout, who shows no mercy. Fucking bitch. And she's back once again. Decided to not run into that spawn again because she's done that before, so remembering the map. And now moving forward. Seeing what's about. Are there any teammates here? Oh, that's a red guy. Alright, we're gonna defend ourselves! And the pyro gets absolutely wrecked because his Dragon's Fury aim was awful, or maybe she was just in the position of that. So she felt pretty happy about that for a little bit until she realized she's killed someone. And there comes the scout. Where is he? We don't know. But he died. You can get some interesting kill cams there. And then you have this guy who's AFK. I'm gonna go with this friend. In certain situations, the way she moves and the way she looks around looks okay. And then she witnessed a power jack kill. And the pyro thanks her, giving her some eye contact. That's always good. And healing this pyro again, helping. And healing the pyro again. All right, so gonna keep on moving forward. Oh, that's a rock. Let's go. Let's see, where can we go? Maybe this way. All right, that's the wrong weapon. Whoops, wrong weapon. Shoot the guys! Shoot the guys! Yeah, they're scared. Whoops, that's the spy again. Shit. The noob's biggest enemy, the spy. Because they don't have the skills needed to know what's behind or in front of them. So we're slowly gonna move our way to the front again. And eventually, with 10 seconds left on the clock, the team realized that, oh, we actually have to push a payload. We have to push a payload. And she doesn't know this, of course, what this is, or overtime or anything. And she has the power to stop and move the cart. But it's for naught. So yeah, that was the introduction. And this is a good insight of someone who just installed the game, playing heavy and medic. So remember, if you see these noobs, don't be harsh and don't stab them.